Hello, Libra. This is Michelle, and I'm here to do your September 2021 tarot reading. So, happy birthday to the Libras. Libras born in September and October. We're using the Smith-Waite Tarot Deck Centennial Edition, and this is a reproduction of the original deck created by Pamela Coleman Smith. I'm also going to bring in a few cards from the Tarocchino Bolognese by Giuseppe Maria Matelli. That also a reproduction deck by Ilma Nagella. All right, and also this month I'm doing something a little different, and that is that I am setting a special intention for this reading because there has just there's so much going on in the world today, and people are facing so many various difficulties, whether it is out in society at large. We can kind of pick up this energy, or in some cases, for some people, they are even feeling these things impacting their own families or themselves. Okay, so this reading is specifically intended to bring in messages of hope and encouragement during these times. Messages of hope and encouragement for my Libra friends, all of my Libra friends, any Libra people who managed to make it to this reading. Messages of hope and encouragement. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. For the sign of Libra, okay, interesting. We have the Queen of Pentacles and Earth card coming up at the bottom of the deck. Just interesting because we are in the month of September. Also some Virgo birthdays, and you could have some Virgo energy in your chart. That is really actually highly likely for a Libra, because of course being right next door to Libra, you could have, for example, let's say Mercury or Venus or Mars, even very likely in Virgo. So we'll just keep that in mind as we're going through. Seven of Cups coming up. Okay, let's see what else. The Devil. Okay. What else is going to come up for the sign of Libra? The Queen of Cups. Okay. Water Queen. Quite a bit of water, actually, just from the start. And Pentacles. Okay, Page of Pentacles. So I think, what's interesting about this initial lineup is that it's so consistent with the intention that I made for the reading. And so for those of you resonating, if you're resonating with that initial opening, it's sort of pictured right here. It's suggesting that for a lot of us, we are experiencing just the sense of uncertainty in the world today. With this seven, we get this sense that there's just, there's a lot of different images, ideas, thoughts coming in. And so emotionally, we can sometimes feel like we're just really kind of, I want to say vacillating a little bit. That's how I'm going to put it, because that's what I'm picking up. A little bit of like vacillation here. Some of the images in here are, positive. Others are not so positive. And so I think it's possible, also just considering Libra and wanting to find balance, it's possible that there's some vacillation going on. Okay, like feeling like, wow, I'm back and forth. Where's my center? And I do feel, even with this Devil card coming in, crossing, that this also pertains to the same concept, right? And so it can be sort of the material world, which is represented by the Devil, things that are happening here on this planet, on this plane, the material world, creating a sense of kind of duality. That's what I'm picking up. So a sense of kind of, this way and that way. All right, a little bit of this way and that way. Nonetheless, look at this beautiful queen coming in. Okay, Queen of Cups, contemplating more spiritual aspects of life, more meaningful aspects of life, getting in touch with nature. All right, here is at the seashore, but clearly she's getting in touch with other other things that are happening in the world that do not relate to all of the craziness, let's say. And so this may be something that you are striving to do, thinking about doing, or bringing in this kind of practice into life, which I think is absolutely beautiful. So this is really the message that I was hoping to bring in. And let's say, like, almost like as an advice, but this reading is saying, you know what, Libra, you know how to do this and you are doing this. If you haven't done it, I think you're thinking about doing it. How can I get back to a place where I can connect and ground myself and get that sense of purpose back to life? So absolutely beautiful, beautiful to see. And for some of you, this may end up translating into some kind of business venture. Okay, so I'm not sure how that fits in. These two things seem a little bit like incongruent, but what I'm picking up is that in your life, it may be that you find a way to bring these two things together. This idea of wanting to feel connected to the planet, of wanting to feel a sense of purpose and meaningfulness, a connection to the land and things that make you feel fulfilled, and also this idea of potentially some way to make it part of your life on a more regular basis. Okay, so that's interesting to think about. And I think we're going to just have to see how things play out in the next future months regarding that. Here's the sun coming in. Okay, well, that's beautiful to see. And a major arcana and two major arcana here is justice, which we always think of Libra because of the scales in the justice card. And okay, wow, this is very powerful here. I want to say, I'm going to say at this point, I feel like Libra, although I was intending for, like, I want to say, like, messages of advice to come in. I'm really sensing like you know deep down what you need to do for yourself, and that it feels like almost like, really, you know what, you don't need any advice. How about just some confirmation? All right, so it looks like you have been contemplating this, found a way to tap into your energy, okay, your sense of motivation and energy for life. And this is beautiful to see. And I'm picking up the sense that as we move through these fall months and through your birthday months, that you are going to feel much more centered and connected with your core self. All right, now that's a little abstract, I know, but I think that some of you will know just what I am saying and talking about. It feels very, very good, especially amidst the confusion that's going on everywhere. Now we have the Judgment card, okay? Also consistent with the idea of connecting with what is most meaningful for you, what centers you. The Hierophant, a lot of major arcana coming in. Let's pick one more card before we get into that. Oh my goodness, okay, and it's the Wheel of Fortune. This is a very powerful reading for you. With all of the major arcana coming in, of course, Libra, there is the sense that a lot of the things that are occurring in the world today, let me put it this way. A lot of these things are really, they are not in our immediate control. They are things that are just, they're happening outside in the world. But what my sense is that these things are helping to facilitate your personal growth. Okay, let me just take a look for a moment about these two. Okay. And so again, so here's what I'm going to say. It's kind of a repeated message, but I'm going to bring it in anyway. And let's bring in this devil too. Okay. So again, with the Hierophant, I am picking up this sense of duality from the devil, right? Okay, so a sense of kind of being pulled this way or that way by material events that are going on in the world. With this Hierophant coming in, though, I think that even right now, in the midst of this all, you have found ways to achieve some balance. I mean, you can see, right, the similarities in these two cards, right? With the way the figures in the cards are structured. Only with the Hierophant, we have this idea of connecting with a spiritual power and finding your equilibrium. I believe that right now you are doing it, and or you are contemplating it. This is exactly what needs to occur for you right now. And I feel with the world coming in, what I'm really picking up is just a sense of being centered. All right, with the Wheel of Fortune, right? So here's the world. With the world is, I mean, it's going around. This wheel is going around, and we can consider this almost like a globe, right? And things just turning around on this plane, and like things that happen that are out of our control. But here you are on the top, finding your center. Finding your center. We have the fixed signs on the outside, four corners. And so there's an idea of stability. And it's beautiful to see. I almost want to say, like, I feel like, okay, I'm going to take a lesson from you, Libra. I'm going to take a lesson from you. And that is to just, find that center. Where is it that I feel centered and feel my core? Because this is what I need to be doing, because this is what empowers me, with the Emperor coming up in this final position. This is where I feel empowered, and I can regain my energy for life again, right? Regain my energy for life. Find that core, find that center. For some of you, that's going to mean also, as always with Libra, getting some rest. Okay, I know I'm always bringing that up, but it is the case with Libra that finding equilibrium can also have to do with being very, very busy on the one hand, and then reverting back to a place of more contemplation and rest. Okay, so you will know where you are in that cycle. But it has to do with the Emperor, because once you find your equilibrium again, then you are in your power, and it's off you go. Okay, here we go. Libra with the Tarocchini, selecting 3 cards, and it is Temperance coming in. So again, the theme of equilibrium coming in. And of course, it's a little different in the Tarocchino by Giuseppe Mattelli, but we recognize this the fluid going between the jars, and it almost looks like it's pouring out this way, but in some of the traditional temperance cards, we can't really tell really which way it is going. Nonetheless, the entire figure in this card has a sense of balance and flow. All right, if we are looking at the composition and the way the figure is shaped, the flowing of the gown, everything is in balance. All right, let's continue on. We're going to pick 2 more cards for my Libra friends. 2 more cards. I am very happy to see this reading for you, Libra. And again, I feel like I am taking a lesson from you about living during these times. We have the 8 of rods coming in. Okay, I'm going to select one more before I get into that, but I will say that for the Terracino Bolognese, that 8 of rods is becoming one of my favorite cards. I would equate it to the Knight of Cups and the Rider-Waite-Smith deck for me. You know, I have my favorites. I think we all do, right? And definitely this is turning out to be a favorite for me. Okay, and one more card. Well, it is the Queen of Cups. Okay, now that's very interesting because we have a match. All right, so we have a match. Let's take a look at our match. It's right here. Okay. The Queen of Cups. We can see the crown. This is how we tell in the Terracino Bolognese that it is a queen, is by this crown. And then she has her cup. And so it's really emphasizing that idea of getting back to purpose and meaning for yourself amidst everything that is going on in the world today, or perhaps even in your own life. And what I love about this 8 of rods coming in is it is a message that says everything will be okay for you and your family. There is stability. Okay, there's a very strong foundation, and it is almost like it's like a dome of protection. Now, family can mean like your immediate family, bloodline family. It can also mean a social structure for you, though. It can mean also your pets. Family can be sort of a broad meaning there, but we are seeing a social structure of protection and warmth, and the idea that everything will be okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, Libra, this is a beautiful reading for you in the birthday month. I'm so happy to see these cards. I want to thank you so much for being here. It is a pleasure and a privilege to read for you, as always. And I'll see you next time.